Good morning. Thank you for having me today. In this episode, I want to talk about doing the thing. Yes. Doing the things that you know you should be doing, but you're not. Because that's exactly where I'm at right now. Trying to get myself out of bed, go brush my teeth and change my clothes and hit the gym. You wanna know what makes it so hard? Well, not because I'm not motivated, not because I'm not feeling like it, but it's because I feel like I suck. I have made bad choices again. And I kept dwelling onto it. It's like when life doesn't go the way you want, and it just feel like, life suck. Why am I even trying? Like nothing's going right anyway. Why am I bothered trying? Who am I trying it for? So why even try, Might as well just slip in and eat pancakes and, cupcake or whatever shit there is. Cinnamon rolls with some sugary powder icing on top or something. I don't know. But it's so true, like Joe Rogan said in his podcast. If you want to get past the guy who eat cake and sleep, you don't eat cake and you don't sleep. And it literally is like me right now. If I want to get past the guy who slip in and eat a sugary breakfast, you don't slip in. You don't eat garbage foods. But that is exactly what I'm doing right now. Sleeping in. And it's easy said and done, It's easier for me to sit here and say, oh, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go do the things I need to do. No. It's fucking hard. And then maybe that's why I'm here, sitting here talking, because I'm trying to get myself to go do the things. But it's so hard. And I'm just trying to make sense of all this. Why is it so hard? And it's like I'm sitting here asking myself why. Why is it so hard for me to get up and go do the things I need to do? Well, I just can't help myself but to keep on thinking about the things that went wrong, the conversations that I wish I say things differently, the past mistakes, the consequences that I'm having to pay, having to deal with. And it's like all of these unresolved problems that I keep on burying, like burying under the rug. And it just keep on piling up, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and now it's turned into a giant snowball. You know what I'm saying? It's like I keep on running away from it. I keep on forcing myself not to think about it. But the more I force myself not to think about those things, the more they come up in my head, and it just, like, now I'm just drowning in all of this sorrow, like miseries. Yeah, that's the word. Like, I'm just thinking about the things that I lack, the bad choices that I made, and the things I should have done. It's like I don't ever think about the things that go right in my life or the things that I have, but I always worry about the things that are not even here, the things in the past and in future, things I don't have, the things I fucked up. And I'm like, why did I do that? It's like I keep on dwelling myself with all these conversations with myself saying, why did I do that? What was I thinking? What on earth was I thinking? And that's the reason why I've been saying that. Because I couldn't get past it. It's like I'm not giving myself permission to be a loser, to be a failure, to suck, to be suck at something, to make mistakes, and it's like I'm not accepting myself whenever I'm feeling like a failure. It's just that in my head, I'm not accepting myself when I fail. So it's like, why bother getting out of bed and go to the gym? Because you're a fucking loser. You're a failure. What's the point? Why? What with the need to get up and go to the gym? You got rejected. Come on. What a piece of shit. These are the conversations that I'm telling myself. And it's terrible. It's bad. But what if that rejection it was never about me? But it was just, things were not aligned. And it was never about me in the first place. It was just me imagining things, Who knows, right? But our mind loves to think of the worst case scenario. It loves to make us worry. Yeah, it suck. Right now it's fucking suck. But what's gonna feel worse than this? Well, a couple hours later, you're gonna look back and you're like, this morning I didn't get a workout in. Now I feel like shit. Now I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. Shit. And then the rest of the day, it's like a snowball rolling, and it's just stacking up. It just feel like if you start up the day on a bad foot, the rest of the day is the same. And same go for the right foot. So it's like hitting the gym is not about getting bigger, but it's like getting a kickstart for the day. It's like when you start on a motorcycle, you crank it up and you get that action, But if I don't have that workout in the morning, it's like I feel like my engine is just it's not working properly, But this is the hardest part. The hardest part, to get yourself out of bed and go do it, because you don't feel like it. You just feel like staying in bed and laying here not doing anything. But I've been there so many times, too many times actually. It's like whenever I skip the gym, the rest of the day is just terrible. I keep on making terrible decisions over and over. And then in the end, I drink alcohol. That's it. That's just the recipe for it. The recipe for disaster that I cannot escape. You know, when you do certain things you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway because it helped you escape the moment. It helps you feel good, really, really good in the moment, even just a short period of time. And you know you're gonna feel like shit afterward. You're gonna feel like shit waking up with a hangover. Like, you know the consequences of it. The consequences of the quick dopamine hits. But you still do it. That's me. That's exactly me, you know. It's like, you know, this thing is not gonna be good for you in the future. It's gonna make you feel good in the moment right now. Just a little bit right now. You know, it's not gonna hurt. You know, I've done this before and I can do it again. And before you know it, these days they stacked up and you done it hundreds of times. The thing you say, you're gonna do it like, oh, just this time. Oh, I'm just gonna do it this time. Tomorrow I won't do it. I won't do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And you keep on repeating the same bad habits over and over again. And here I am, 27. And still have nothing to show for it. And the fact that I'm looking at my life and I felt like I was 19 last 2 years, 3 years. No, these 8 years have been gone by so fast because I stay inside the comfort zone. And I did what feels good in the moment. I knew now I know what it's like to be a fucked off, to be, you know, a complete disaster. And I know it's like what it feels like when you're not showing off and the regrets you feel afterward. You know, it's like sometimes I'm looking back at those days and I look back with regrets because I didn't do any of it. I mean, I did not really live it. I just wasted all of those times doing nonsense things. Bullshit. But then ever since last year, 2025, I did this podcast. Even though life still sucked, it's probably one of the worst. Well, not one of the worst, but you know, still bad. Well, not bad, but you know, I have stories to tell. But it was one of the meaningful life of my life because it's not because I make any money. Well, I didn't make any money. Didn't even have any views. Even now I still don't have any views. But I'm sure most people quit by now because you don't see any result. But I don't really give a damn about the results anyway. Fuck that shit. It just makes me feel good. It feel right. It feel like I'm making a difference. And one day I'm gonna look back, I'm gonna be glad because this is changing life. This is helping people, you know, who's going through the same shit as me. And knows that you did something good in this world before you left. So even if I die tomorrow, even if I die today, will be happy because I knew that I put in the work, that I posted over 280 episodes. Even when no one's watching, even when no one even clicking on it, even when there's no one's clapping, no one's approving, I still do it. And I put all my heart and souls into this, and even if this podcast helps just one person, could just help one person get out of bed and go hit the gym or go cook or go do whatever they need to do to move the needle in their life, then I'll be happy, a dying man. Yeah, and that's why last year felt so good, because I did something meaningful. I did something meaningful. And that's why it felt so good. And I want to keep doing this. Even when there's no results, even when there's no one's clapping, and everyone is making fun of how I'm living my life, I don't care. We all want to die one day. And we all going to die one day. So by then, after the day I die, nothing will matter. So why bother caring what they have to say or think now? Don't matter. It doesn't matter. So just do you. But right now, the goal is for me to get myself out of the damn bed and hit the gym. And if you listen to this and you have the ability to go lift weight and hit the gym, you should appreciate it. Appreciate that you have a healthy body to go do it, because there are people with disabilities and they still hit the gyms. They still working out even when things are much harder for them to do. But they still do it. So if you're healthy, if you don't have disabilities, I encourage you to go, because lifting weights, not just for physical but for mentally too. But when it comes to physical health, the muscle, that's how our body, works. And the older we get, the more muscles we lose, decaying. So, just gotta mean it. And that's one of the key for longevities. I mean, who am I to say, what do I know? But the goal now is, in this episode, just to get me out of this damn bed and go do what needs to be done. Even when everything sucks, yeah, it sucks. You fucked up. You make bad choices. But stop dwelling onto it. There's nothing you can do about it now but to look at it, to think about it, to worry about it. Do all of it that you want. Think about it. But go do the things. Even when you don't feel like it right now. Even when you don't feel like hitting the gym. Oh, it's late now. Oh, it's I don't have enough time and all that. Cut the bullshit. Go there and live one way. Even just one workout. It's still better than nothing. What matters is you showing up. You're telling your brain that you have the ability to move. You are the boss, not the fucking lazy piece of shit inside of you that's telling you to stay in and eat pancake, or not pancake, cupcake. Just cut the bullshit and give yourself the permission to be suck. Give yourself the permission to be worrying. Worrying all you want. Think all you want. Doubt yourself all you want. And talking shit to yourself all you want. But still showing up and go do the works. Fuck your feeling. Fuck your feeling. And go do the work anyway. And that's the hard part. That's the fucking hardest part. Because I'm struggling with that right now. I can't get myself out of bed. And now I need to say all these things. Because my brains need confirmation. And now I'm giving it confirmation. I'm giving it permission to accept what has already happened. But what coming next is up to me. And if I keep on repeat the bad habits, then don't expect good things to come. So think about it. Hit the gym, and maybe you expect something good to come. That doesn't mean that it will, but it has a higher chance than being a lazy piece of shit and stay home and eat cupcake for breakfast. Alright? At the end of the day, it's all up for you to decide. But just know this one thing. We all have one life. One life. And I have been wasting it. So I don't want to waste it anymore. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I'll see you on the next one.